I've seen crazy before. What this woman is showing me, this goes beyond crazy. You understand me? Okay, HT. Thank you for putting that in there. Oh, thank you, Shelly. Yes, a godly wife can discern much quicker than a godly man. And I've seen that with Solomon and I. And it's been times where I'm like, Solomon, I don't, I just go to him. I just be like, watch, I don't tell him too much about, because he has to discern, but I tell him a little bit. And he's around people that I wouldn't be around. And you know what I'm saying? So now, unless it's somebody that discerns a witch or something like that, then that's different. All right. But he's around people that I wouldn't be around. And I've told him, different things. And sooner or later, I mean, when I discern something about somebody, it ain't been wrong. I'm going to tell y'all, it ain't never been wrong. People don't believe me, but it by the grace of God, because I speak from God, I ain't never been wrong. And he can tell you that. He can tell you that. Now, I don't push and pull and be like, oh, well, you should. I just be like, once I say it once, I may say it twice for good measure. I leave it alone and I walk away in wisdom. And I sit back like Suge Avery and I just observe because I'm a wise wife. And now, unless it's a matter of, somebody, I just sit back because I know people got to find out that poop stink. But if I tell you somebody's a witch or a warlock, or if I tell you something in the buttermilk ain't clean with that with somebody, man, you can take that to the bank. I'm telling you, you can take it to the bank, and that ain't me. That ain't me. That ain't me. It ain't me. It ain't me. But I tell you, and I can be wrong. I can be wrong. But if I tell you that, you can take it to the bank. Take it to the bank. And when I tell you, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be like, listen, I ain't going to be like, well, you should stop hanging. I'm just going to be like, well, because I don't be wanting to tell you anyway. I don't be wanting to say anything anyway. Truth be told, I'll be like, God, because I don't be wanting to know. I don't be wanting to know. I want to believe that people are who they say they are. Truth be told. I be wanting to believe that people are who they say they are. And then when they show something different and something picking my spirit, I'll be like, God be like, pay attention. I'll be like, oh, God, why her? It hurt me. It grieves my spirit. I'd rather just believe that she's not a witch. I'd rather just believe that she's not a Jezebel. I'd rather just believe that she's not walking in Leviathan. I'd rather just believe that you are who you say you are when you come in these chat rooms. I'd rather just believe that. But man, I'm just telling you. I don't just talk on people just to be talk. I don't talk on people just to be talking about them. That ain't me. That ain't me. I didn't sit back. I didn't observe if I'm going to tell you this. And most of the time, I don't want to tell you, but I'd rather be wrong than you be led astray. I'd rather me be wrong than you sit under a false prophet. Because it ain't about my ego. It ain't about me tallying up. Oh, I've been wrong right this many times. It ain't about that. I'd rather you know. That way you're not sitting under a false prophet or going to somebody for this and they aren't who they say. And that way you get to make a decision. It's all for me now. It's all for me now. And now you get to make a decision if you're going to keep watching or following or going. The blood is not on my hands. Once I didn't did what God told me to do. I'm just like, I'm glad I told you. Because then it's going to take a little while for you to see. Because then you got to go around that person. It's going to take a little while for you to see. And it's going to look like I'm the crazy one. In the meantime, you're going to stop watching me, and then you'll be back. You'll circle the block back if you got sense. You'll circle the block back. I've been doing this a long time. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I know how this works out. All right. So anyway, I don't know how.